this is working now, but directly from your phone. Not live, not live. Okay. Okay, I think we're good now. I think I figured it out. Let me double check. Took a second. Took too many seconds. Okay. Let me confirm everything before I start streaming and crafting. Okay, let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Was broken. Think it's good now. So let's check my audio. How about audio? Okay. Anyone is popping up. If you could tell me how my audio is, that would be sick. Because I don't know how to deal with audio. This is a big challenge for me right now. And my brother's not here. Okay, I think the audio is good though. Okay, yay! So then I'm going to get started. Hi everyone, my name is Shimomo, and today I am making some Christmas holiday cards. So I'm making this cute little poinsettia card. I actually run an Etsy shop, and I'm gonna update my name. Honestly, I'm gonna update my name after I do this stream. And it will be changed to Shimomo Shop, but I run an Etsy shop actually, and somebody ordered 5 of these cards today, which is really sick. Thank you so much to my buyer. She bought the most that anyone has ever actually bought from my store at once for like this item, which was really cool to see come through. I thought I was gonna barf when that happened actually. I was like, holy shit. 5 things, it was over $100, so that was a huge success for me. I've never made a sale that big, which was really, really cool. But yeah, so she ordered 5 cards. I have some of the other materials ready, but I do want to demonstrate like how to make one of these cards, and I'm actually just gonna start making some to even start stockpiling for the winter, I guess. So I made this design for the first time last year, and it is my favorite holiday design. I made it and I gifted it to 2 people. I gifted one to one of my coworkers at work. They kind of knew that I do like little things like this, but I wanted to bring in something nice, so I made... Ooh, somebody's here. Hand strings because you have nice hands. Thank you. I am now very conscious about my fingernails and like how my hands look, and luckily right now they're looking pretty good. I don't have them painted because that takes a lot of time, and there's too many things happening this week and next week because of Thanksgiving, and I don't have the capacity to paint my nails. But in the future, definitely closer to Christmas, I will be making them probably red or green or something. Girl, get some glue ones. I was thinking about that too, but I think I don't think I'm gonna like them. They're gonna be so long, and even when I have long nails and they go like this, they go like... I don't like that. It's too much for me. I don't like when my nails get longer than what they are right now, because then I feel like it's hard to physically do things. Then when I start typing on my phone, it starts clickety-clacketing. Or when you type on your laptop, it's like, you ever see like those girls or whoever who have like really long fingernails? It's like, how do you do anything with them? I don't know. But I know I can't do that. And since I literally use my hands to create things, I don't think it's gonna go well. So what I just did actually, so whenever I take a new piece of paper, to make sure that it rolls nicely into these nice little coils, I actually relax the paper first. So I just take like your thumbnail and you just roll it through. Kind of like when you curl ribbon almost. If I had fake nails, I am very worried that they would literally just fall off anytime I did that. And I have to do this every single time I roll paper. Get the short ones for the rare time, put them on. Maybe I'll try it out. Maybe the short ones that are like my nail shape, like the shape of my thumb. Not the point, definitely not the pointy ones. Could not paper quilt with pointy nails, that's for sure. I think I like it most when I just paint them myself though. Then it's like natural. You have bad nail glue if they come up that fast. I don't even own nail glue. That's also the thing. I don't own these things. I don't own nail glue, nor do I own eyelash glue. but I own regular glue, and that's what I use for crafts. That's it. And tacky glue. I like tacky glue too. But yeah, so for this, I actually have to make 2 cards. I want to make 2 cards, so my stock is good. And in order to... Ooh, this is a bad piece of paper. This is like hard to see. But this piece of paper, so these coiled really nicely actually, but this one, you see like, there's like a bubble appearing, if the camera can focus enough. Hello, maybe put it up here. Oh, it happened for like a split second. So there's like a little bubble on the paper. How high do I go before it focuses? Or it doesn't focus? Maybe like this, maybe. Yeah, no, almost. I need a better camera. But there's a bubble on this piece of paper right up here. So sometimes when you paper coil, oh, you can literally see it now. The paper will like collapse almost. So this paper right here is like literally popping apart, which is bad. But yeah, when you paper coil, you can either buy pre-cut strips or you can just buy a bunch of cardstock and cut them yourself. That's what I do. Because, quite honestly, it's so much cheaper. Like, if you were to go buy a pack of, pre-cut strips, it'll be like $3 for like 60 strips of paper. For reference, I'm gonna make, let's see, to make 2 of these cards, that's already about 24, maybe, in this case, it's gonna be 25 pieces of red strips. So, like, that's almost half of the pack, and I spent $3 on it, compared to if I buy a giant pack of cardstock and I just cut it myself, I'd be saving so much money. So, I cut these strips myself. I used to do it by hand, and honestly, that kind of like hurt my soul, and just hurt a lot. I would pull up with an X-Acto knife, a metal ruler, and one of those like self-healing cutting mats, and just literally for hours hand cut paper, and that shit was painful. And at first I was doing paper quilling just for fun, so it didn't really matter. Like, if I'm paying, whatever, it's just for fun. But I got to a point where last year, oh, this one didn't come out too good either, the paper is frame. Last year where I was, what was I doing? Oh yeah, last year I actually started posting my creations on Etsy, and I didn't advertise for it at all. I didn't even have like an Instagram, but they were actually selling. So at the end of the holiday season last year, I was like, I made some money, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself a Cricut, so I don't have to keep on hand cutting paper, because this is like kind of insane considering the amount of paper I need to cut all the time. And yeah, I brought myself a Cricut Maker 3. The best thing I have ever gotten. It saves so much time. If anyone is interested in any type of paper craft or other type of craft like vinyl, foam, probably foam, I don't really know. Even like thin wood, I would say woodworking, but it's not really woodworking. But like, even if you want to cut thin things of wood, the Cricut is so worth it. My brother, he makes spray paint. What is it called? He makes spray paint art, but he also spray paints and does templates on custom snowboards, which are pretty cool. He has an Etsy. You should check him out before he closes his Etsy because he's tired of making it. But what he does is he would cut out templates of like little characters from MapleStory, and he would spray paint them onto snowboards. And he would cut everything by hand, and I'm pretty sure when the templates, I think if he used them more than a couple times, he would need to recut the stencils again because they'd be, you know, wet or damaged from too much paint. And he's been doing this for years, and he would just constantly hand cut shit with an X-Acto knife, and I'm like, that's, I mean, it's why he charges so much for the snowboards, but it's also a lot of work and a lot of using your hands and X-Acto knives. So he came over yesterday and I actually showed him how to use the Cricut, and he's like, wow, I could have been doing this the whole time with my templates. And I'm like, yeah, dude, because he actually has a Cricut, but if you know my brother Flame, you know he's a big dumb and he has not been using it. So I think he's gonna use it now, which is good because the cricket is sick, and he has the super cricket, which is the really big one, and it can cut like anything. Like it can cut you. I don't know. It's really cool. Um, so yeah, that's my piece on the cricket. I love it. It saves my life. It cuts me a lot of paper. I also use it to cut other things too. Aggressive. Yeah, it's gonna cut you. It's gonna cut you up. I won't cut you up, but it'll cut you up. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you use it a lot to cut strips. It saves me a lot of time. I am working on some other stuff though, and I'm using it to cut out stencils. So one of the next projects I want to do, if I have time to do it in December, I'm gonna do it in December, and I'm gonna make like a floral embedded Pikachu. So I'm gonna use the Cricut to cut the Pikachu stencil. Another thing that I'm gonna be doing definitely in December is I have a piece of commissioned art. So somebody commissioned me to make a rabbit with like a basket and some carrots in it. So I'm gonna be, let me see. So the process for that is I will have to finish, I have this initial sketch of the rabbit. What I have to do next is I have to convert the sketch into a vector, so into an SVG. So I'm using two pieces of software before I get to the cutting it on the Cricut. So the first software I'm using is Procreate, super popular design software. You can get it on tablets. I have an iPad, so I just use that and a pen. And then after I draw the actual shape of the bunny, the carrots, the basket, all that stuff on Procreate, I'm also going to demo some colors on it just because I want to know what it looks like. But after I do that, I am going to take that Procreate file, save it as, I think I'm going to do JPEG. I don't remember if I do PNG or JPEG. Probably JPEG. I think that one holds more information. And take that, I'm going to plug it into Inkspace, which is a free design software. And Inkspace is pretty chill. It has a option where you can auto trace lines. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that software to very seamlessly, honestly, it's like takes no time at all, to convert my JPEG into an SVG. And from there, if you have an SVG, you can literally cut whatever you want on the Cricut, and it's really sick. So I'm going to use that to cut out my bunny template. And honestly, I might start filming myself work on that here because I need to put some time into it. The deadline for that is like, I think a day or two after New Year's. And me and my siblings, we're going away to Florida for Christmas. We're going to be gone for a week. I'm going to be away a little bit for Thanksgiving. There's just no time. And to make a custom piece, it's going to take me like, it's going to take a while. Like, to create the actual template itself. Since I have the sketch filled out, on the iPad I'll just lower the opacity and kind of trace over the sketch. That alone will probably take me like 3 hours though, because I want to make sure everything is the right shape that I want for this customer, for this client. So making the actual digital template will probably be a good 3 hours. So after I do that, I get to go to the craft store and buy some custom colors. My client's really sick. She actually gave me a color, what is it called? Color tablet? No, not color tablet. She gave me, is it? Color template. She gave me a color template for what she wants. So it's basically gonna be like a little rabbit on the left-hand side, and then like a larger basket with some carrots sticking out, and the little bunny is gonna be peeking its head out, and it's just gonna be looking up at the carrots, and because yeah, it wants the carrots. And then there's gonna be some flowers. So I get to go to the craft store, which is always the best time of the week. If I go weekly, I try, not to say I try to go weekly, but like I'll go like every couple of weeks. I go at least like twice a month, I feel like. And I'm gonna go pick out some paper. I'm gonna pick out some colors. I'm gonna bring everything back, and then I get to plug everything into the Cricut and start cutting out templates. After that, yeah, after that, honestly, I'm gonna cut out some specific color strips for like the basket, the carrots, the bunny, etc. The bunny's really just white, but I am still gonna cut out the strips so I can do the border of the bunny. And yeah, from there on, I'm gonna actually start pinning stuff down, gluing things down, and that part I'm definitely gonna stream so you can see how a custom piece is created. Okay, I'm going to, am I going to take this? I'm going to remove this one. It kind of came out wonky. Let's see, I have 4, 8, 12. So I need 12 for one card because there are 6 petals on each flower. But I am going to make 2. So what is this? It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's pull out some more. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, put this back because I don't need it anymore. Oops, okay. Let's pull this apart because they're just stuck together a little bit right here. Oop. Okay. So now I'm going to make the other 12. So the goal for tonight is to, if I can finish one card, that would be sick. But if not, I want to at least make the 2 stars. Technically, I'm making 4 stars, so I want to make at least 4 stars because that's like the main piece of the card. Honestly, it's the main piece, but I wouldn't necessarily say it takes the longest. I think what takes the longest on this card to make, because this part is like the fun part. You just roll, 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 roll. Then I'm going to put it into a circle stencil to get the right sizes. This is nothing too complicated. I think the more complicated part is actually doing these over here, doing these rolled pieces, because they can come out really differently. Like, every time I make this card, the positioning of the swirls is all slightly different. Like, it all starts in the same corner, and these leaves are always in the same corner, but I don't know, sometimes the paper just wants to do a slightly different shape. It wants to be on a different angle, whatever it is. Each card is unique. So that's the part that actually, I would say, takes maybe more brain power, or takes the longest, just because I have to make sure that it's, it looks nice at the end of the day. So for some of the things that I do when I make templates, what I have the Cricut do, the Cricut's pretty cool. You can do different things on it. You can just use a regular cutting feature, of course, just like the regular knife or blade. I think the regular one's called just a blade. So you can do the regular blade to like cut these strips, for example. Another thing you can do is you can use, wait, what was I saying? What did I say? Oh yeah, okay, so that's one of like the inserts that you put on the Cricut. It's like the regular knife. You can also get something called a blade knife. That one is used for cutting wood or even thin metal. That's why I say the Cricut can cut anything you want. It's pretty cool. It can cut metal and it can cut wood. But yeah, so you can get the regular knife. You can get the blade knife, which is kind of like a thick X-Acto knife. You can also get an, I think it's called embossing tool or embossing, I don't know, one of those things. One of those tools, which is, it kind of looks like a tool like this, except the end is like a rounded ball, and what you use it for is you can like engrave and write on cards and imprint it basically. So you can get an embossing tool on the Cricut, and that's actually really cool for intricate designs. I want to get into that, but maybe next year. I don't want to do that right now. I have too many things that I'm making right now. But yeah, so that's one thing you can do. Those are, let's see, I said you have the regular knife, you get the blade knife, which is the thick one for wood and metal. You can have an embossing tool, and then another popular one, another one I have is the, what's it called? The scoring roller? Scoring blade? It's not really a blade, but it's basically a scoring tool. And it can either be the double wheel scorer or the single wheel scorer. And what you use that for is like scoring paper. So if you want to fold it a specific way, you can do that. They also have a perforation one, but I don't have that one specifically. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different tools you can get, which is why the Cricut's, oh, this paper's falling apart. Nope, not using that. Next. New paper. New paper. But yeah, so when I make stencils, it can be tricky to like actually put things down in the right spots. This one is easier because I'm making these flower stars separately by hand. But a lot of paper quilling, what you do is you make a shape and then you like put it down directly. Or you make like a line and you put it down directly. And it's hard to know if you're mapping it out correctly, if you're on a fully blank piece of paper. So a lot of paper quillers, what they do is they use the Cricut and they use the scoring wheel to imprint the paper. That way you imprint the whole design on the paper and all you have to do is glue the paper strips according to like the imprint that's already on the paper that you mapped out basically. So it saves a lot of time. Before I had the Cricut, what I would do, and what I even did a couple times this year, is you can also freehand draw something. So you can freehand draw something using pencil, and you would like draw on it like really, really heavy. And then if you erase it, that's another way to get like those imprints or like those markings down so you know where you're going to be drawing basically. Drawing? No, gluing. You're going to be gluing. But yeah, those are just some things with the Cricut. I love my Cricut. It's the most helpful thing that I own. Oh, actually, so last year, I bought myself a Cricut. When did I buy it? I bought it... Oh, I need water. Hold on, I need water. I'm parched. Where's this? Okay, hold on. Okay, better. Okay. Oh yeah. So last year wait, why is this over here? I don't like this one. It's in my face. So last year I bought my Cricut, I think, off of the Black Friday sale. I bought it for I think $3.50 or $3.79 and it came with like a bunch of stuff, which is really, really sick. And then literally I shipped it to my parents' house only because I don't like shipping things to where I live, because you know, when you live in New York City, shit gets stolen all the time. And if I'm about to spend like I think it was like $3.79 on this like technically industrial cutting machine, I don't want to spend all this money just to find out that some bitch sees a big box and they steal my big box. And I'm like, I just spent all this money and all my craft stuff and it's gone. So yeah, so I ordered my Cricut to my parents' house instead. And I think because a lot of people were ordering stuff off of the Black Friday sale, it took maybe 5-6 days to get to my parents' house. So I texted my mom and I told her, wait, what size am I doing? I'm doing 20. I'm doing size 20. Okay, I'm doing this one. This is the size. 20 millimeters. But yeah, so it took a few days to get to my parents' house. And then when I texted my mom when it was already like in transit and already on its way over. I told her, I'm like, hey, I ordered something. It's coming to the house. It should be there in a couple days. And she's like, okay, sure. I'll let you know when it gets here. And then you can like come on the weekend or something and go pick it up. So that was all good. That was all fine and dandy. And then I asked her like 2 days later because it was supposed to be there. But I think it was delayed. So I asked her again. I'm like, is it there? She's like, no, it's not there. And then she's like, what did you order? And I'm like, I bought myself a Cricut for like my crafting stuff. And she's like, what? You brought yourself a Cricut? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I've been making some sales and I can't keep cutting paper myself because it's ridiculous. And I don't want to pay for the pre-packaged materials. They kind of cost a lot comparatively, considering it's like paper. So I told her I got myself a Cricut, and then she got really my mom. Okay, our mom's kind of crazy, but she got like kind of mad at me, and I'm like, why are you exasperated right now? Like, why are you upset? And she's like, because I bought you a Cricut during the holiday sale. And I'm like, what? She's like, you kept talking, because I had used a friend's Cricut recently, and I was like telling her about it and how much I liked it, and she's like, you kept talking about it, so I bought you one for Christmas because it was Black Friday. And I'm like, oh my god. She's like, mine is coming in like 3 days, and I'm like, but I already bought one, and mine came with a bunch of extra stuff too. So I'm like, well, like, what do we do? And then I think I bought mine from, where did I buy mine from? I bought mine from the Cricut website, and she bought hers from just from like the Michaels website or whatever, because they were also having a deal. And she's like, well, you gotta return yours because Michael doesn't let me return mine. And I'm like, what? Because she like was looking into it, and this is something crazy and pretty dumb if anyone is interested in buying a Cricut in their future. But if you buy, yeah, I think it was Michaels, right? Let me think. What was it? I think I bought mine from. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Michaels. She bought the Cricut from Michaels, and you can't. Okay, no, I remember what it was. She bought hers from Michaels. If you order online a Cricut machine, you cannot go to the Michaels store to return it. You have to go through kind of a stupid process and go online and request a shipping label to send it back. But it like took multiple days for the shipping label to get approved, and then also the shipping department was kind of really dumb. So what happened was they sent me the what's going on? Oh, hello, Bunny. How's everything going? Welcome to my stream. I'm just making a Christmas card, making a couple, I guess, technically. How's it going? It's going good so far. So I'm making this Christmas card because I have a little Etsy shop, and today somebody actually ordered 5 of these cards, and I don't have 5 of these cards in stock. So I need to make some cards today, and I need to get them done by tomorrow afternoon. My hands shake too much to do this. What? No! I think that, I mean, hey, if my mom can do it, and my mom is, I don't know how old she is, but I think she's at least 60. I think she is. She definitely is. If she can do this, I think you can do it too. Maybe take some, I was gonna say take some melatonin, but that makes no sense. I don't think that's gonna calm your hands down. Yeah, I don't know. But you can do it. Sometimes people use thicker strips, so it's easier too. But yes, I'm just making some holiday cards and talking about my Cricut machine and how my mom got me one when I just bought one, and how the return process was a pain in the butt, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it to get a cutting machine. And now I have all these paper strips, and I don't cut them by hand anymore. My hand shakes since child. Oh, I had teachers talking with my parents about that, and they were worried. Whoa. Do they ever cramp up or anything? Or like, why do your hands shake? Did anyone figure out why? What's going on? Sometimes my hands shake when I don't have enough oxygen. Apparently, it's because I had a chest infection earlier this year. I have no idea. Do your hands ever feel weird or like numb, or they just like you can't like keep a steady hand? Is it like that? Maybe if you have too much coffee. I know I shake when I have too much coffee. I literally had like a cup of tea. I had half a cup of tea yesterday. Oolong tea. Nothing crazy. Half a cup of tea, and I literally felt my heart palpitating. Like I cannot handle caffeine. If I have caffeine, my heart races, my hands shake. Stuff like that. I can't keep a steady hand. I used to solder electronic components, but now I can't. Oh, shoot. Whoa. That sounds kind of cool. Soldering electronic components. My brother and my dad used to solder like little models. They used to do car models, and it was. I want to learn how to solder. That's kind of cool. It's kind of sick. Also, caffeine doesn't affect me. Really? Do you have caffeine regularly? Is that why? Or maybe I don't have enough water in me, and that's why it affects me so much. I don't drink enough water, I think. How much water did I have today? Oh, I definitely didn't have enough water today. Did I even have... I don't even think I had water at lunch. Wait, did I? I had like a yogurt drink. Okay, I'm gonna drink more water. Hold on. Okay, much better. When I was a child and a teenager, I used to drink like 3 cups a day. Yeah, I think 3 is not enough. But I honestly feel like even now, I drink 3 cups a day. If I don't like consciously drink water, then I won't drink water. Like if I go out and I exercise, or like I play racket sports. So like if I'm doing like a physical activity, then like obviously I'm gonna like chug a couple water bottles or whatever. But if I don't do that, I honestly do the same thing. I don't drink enough water. I need to like be very aware of it. And it's not even like I drink other things, like, oh, I'm drinking coffee or whatever. I just don't drink liquids. Cups of coffee, 3 cups of coffee? Okay, that's kind of insane. I'm pretty sure if I had 3 cups of coffee, my heart would explode. Oh, that's crazy. Do you sleep well? Like, when is your last cup of coffee then? Because you got a lot of caffeine in you. Isn't that, like, was it Half-Life or something? It's probably not Half-Life. I think that's Isotopes. Half-Life of coffee? Or, like, how long it stays in you? It stays in you, I think, for, like, 8 hours? So, that's a lot of caffeine. I don't even know what 1 coffee would do to me. It's yucky. I think you need better coffee then. Yeah, I don't drink coffee anymore. My stomach... Yeah! Honestly, same. I feel like when I was, like, younger, like, when I was in school and I would have coffee, it wouldn't hit me as much. Like, not as bad. If I had a lot of coffee at once, then I'd feel my heart, like, palpitate. But, like, not as bad as now. If I have 3 sips of coffee, I feel it. And I'm like, oh, this ain't bad. And then I got poop. But also, like, it just upsets my stomach. Any caffeine, even if I have enough tea, even that will make my stomach feel a little wonky. No bean water, only leaf water. I drink Red Bull and my stomach doesn't complain. Whoa, really? Huh. But Red Bull also has caffeine. And sugar. And a lot of sugar. Wait, does your regular coffee, would it be black or would it have sugar in it? But even still, like, they both got a lot of sugar in it. Yeah. Yeah, can't do that caffeine life. Also, sister, not that I'm trying to put you on coffee, cause leaf juice is better than bean juice, but you might just need to get the right coffee. That might be a game changer for you. I drink Red Bull, my stomach doesn't complain. Yeah, Duran has 2 Red Bulls in the morning. Black with just a bit of sugar. That's so interesting that the Red Bull doesn't bother you. I feel like the Red Bull has to have more sugar than your regular coffee order then. Whatever your coffee would be. No, you don't have to have coffee, but you know what? If you come over, well, I'm gonna see you in like a week anyway. But maybe if you come over, or maybe if I remember to bring you this instant coffee I have, it's real good. It's real good. You should try it. You might like it. And if you don't, then I guess I'll drink it. I'll just shake a lot. I don't like every coffee smells great, tastes bad. I agree. Coffee, it always smells good. But it only tastes bad if it's like, if it's black. That's what I think. But I am also awful and put a bunch of shit in my coffee, which doesn't help my body at all, and then my body gets upset. Coffee has less caffeine than... It does? What? Coffee has less caffeine than... Well, I guess so. I mean, Red Bull's selling point is that they jack that shit up with caffeine, so I guess I could see that. But coffee's still like, what, 80 to 100 milligrams or something? Something like that. Does it unfollow? What? Unfollow? It most certainly does, but coffee is a diuretic. Red Bull is not. I think it's just caffeine. I thought just caffeine alone is a diuretic, not the drink coffee specifically. Isn't it? Chemicals. Like you can take caffeine pills if you've ever taken that. Are you sure? Are you sure? I've taken caffeine pills before in school, and those also made me go to the bathroom. I did actually a lab experiment. So we had to do this experiment in school because I was a bio major, and you got to pick whatever you wanted to experiment on, but we were kind of doing experimentation, I think, on muscles and like using I think it's EMG. I don't think it's EKGs. And like you would hook yourself up to like those little electrode thingies that they do with the doctors, and that was like the unit we were learning about, like understanding like blood pressure, muscles, electronic connectivity, all that shit. And our group did an experiment on the effect of caffeine on muscle strength. It was actually kind of cool. So what we did is we didn't want to do coffee because not everybody likes straight up coffee, and most people like their coffee with sugar or whatever. It's too many variables. So husband has coffee, goes poop. Husband has tea, no poop. I do agree. Leaf juice is better. It is better, but coffee smell and taste good. So there's also that. Sometimes you want tasty things. But yeah, so like in my bio lab course, we did an experiment. There were 4 people in our group, including myself, and each of us would take varying amounts of caffeine pills so we could see the effect that it would have on muscle strength. And then we did different tests. So I think we did like a control of no caffeine. We did like 50, 100, and I think 200 or some shit, like mg of caffeine. And after we had the caffeine, I think we waited like 30 minutes, and then we started doing different types of tests. So like one of the tests was like you would have to hold up straight arm and hold up some textbooks and see how long you could hold them for. It kind of worked out well. There were 2 girls and 2 guys in the group, so it was like somewhat comparable. That was one of the tests. We also did like one of those squishy stress ball tests to see how long you could like hold the ball for, like compressed. And I think we did a couple more, and we found out like having more caffeine in your body, it allows you to have more force at once, but it doesn't allow you to maintain that force longer than if you did not have caffeine. And oh my god, that was one of my favorite labs. That class was really sick. He go poop. Coffee only tastes good in English breakfast coffee, but then it's mostly milk? Faster lactic acid buildup? It might be. We did not have the tools to measure that though, so I could not tell you. We also did some stuff with bugs in that class. Oh my god, that was core memory. Core school memory. That was so fun. We did this, I don't know if anyone knows what an isopod is, but an isopod, they're kind of like pill bugs, or like roly-polies. And in our school, I don't even know what we were testing. Could not tell you, but in the bio lab, we were running different tests on these little isopods. Maybe that's mean, but I don't know. It's something that we were just doing in the class. And to get extra credit, you had to go out and collect these little roly-polies. So, like, the class would have enough to run, like, little tests on. I think it was mostly, like, we would have these little terrariums with these little bugs in it, and I think the tests were mostly just, like, light reactive, and I think we were seeing how they would react to sugar, like, if they would go to it, if they wouldn't, something like that. Sugar and water, like, very simple things, no crazy harmful tests or anything. What are you doing? Your model is freaking out. It's because right in front of me, like, see, my hands are here, and, like, a foot and a half up is where the camera is that I'm shaking right now, and that's kind of almost in line with my my model's camera, so it gets upset. Yep. I don't know what to do about it. My model's camera's already elevated, so it is what it is. When you look down, your model starts to spaz. Let me see. I'm looking down right now. It's not spazzing. Alright, I will keep straight posture instead. I did exercise with brother yesterday, and he told me how to do a bunch of back exercises, so I should start having maybe better posture if I actually do the exercises. But I don't do the exercises that much. So who knows? Okay. Oh yeah, right now what I'm doing is I am pinching a bunch of the coils I made so we can get these little shapes. Because that's the pedal, and that's really it. It's like, what, like a 2-3 step process to get there. Nothing too bad. I like how you ask him, but not the sibling that has scoliosis. Well, he was physically with me at the gym, so he could very directly show me how to do the exercises. See, the problem isn't that you don't tell me what exercises to do. The problem is that I have really bad posture when doing exercises, and I need someone to, like, correct me, honestly, a few times before I start doing it normally. And he's close enough, and I keep making him come and visit me, and then we go and exercise together. So, like, it's really nice because he knows what he's doing, and he can adjust my posture and form when doing shit. And you just live too far. I can't go exercise with you. Why are these smaller than the ones on the card? They're not. See, look. Go like this. It's the same size. Same thing. Size 20 mm. This little stencil I got right here, my friend 3D printed it. You see the little lines? He 3D printed it. I used to work in a neuroscience lab, and one day my lab manager, like, he didn't go crazy, but he really had a day. He was just like, we don't have to order everything anymore and spend money ordering custom materials. We can just spend $1,000 on 3D printers and print all the tools we need. So then all of us went, there were like 6 or 7 of us, all of us went to Micro Center because they were having a deal on 3D printers, and we all bought 3D printers, using each of us with one Micro Center coupon code, and I think each printer came out to either like $150 or like $99, and the lab now has like, I think a total of 10 printers, which was crazy. And the fun part about that is one of my good lab mates, he loves printing stuff. He's the guy who's like working in Blender all day and night, and I was like, hey, can you print me this nice little stencil? And he's like, sure. He's just like, we'll make the drawing for it on Blender right now. And it's obviously so thin, so it took like 40 minutes to print, and everything is metric, which I couldn't care less about. Actually, no, I do like metric more, but like, I don't care what dimensions it's in. And he printed me a nice little stencil, and I use it every single time, pretty much, that I am paper quilling, and it's just real nice. And yeah. And it's ridiculous how much crafting tools are online, so it was sick that he did that for me, and at no cost. I should learn how to use Blender and print things, but I am already trying to learn how to be alive. Too many things to learn. Okay. So now I'm just, should make him print your templates. Yeah, but I haven't been at the lab in like 2 years. So, to exploit the lab's materials when I don't work there. I don't even work there. How can I be exploiting it if I don't work there? That's kind of bad. Nah. It's fine. I don't need templates for this, at least. I know we talked about making templates for flowers, but there's too many things going on. I can't do that right now. I cannot do. So, I'm just gonna keep doing this way for now. Any way that I make these flowers, I have to do this process. The only thing the template would help me out with is, like, the spacing between each petal. But honestly, these shapes are so uniform that the spacing isn't complicated to do. Although we did talk about making more complicated flowers, and that's another story. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to pinch this down. And then if anybody ever wants to try paper quilling, as you pinch it down, you just want to make sure that all these rings and layers are like even on both sides. Otherwise, it's gonna look lopsided and funky. And then when you're done and you're sad because it looks funky, well, that's why. That's why. And I know that because I've done that before, and it looks funky and it looks a little ugly and you're sad, but it's okay. It's just part of the process. Sometimes things look ugly. The amount of times I have to like try to make something and just like literally I'll be making so many coils and like going through different sizes, going through different like pinching techniques and shaping techniques when I make something new. Holy moly. It takes a long time. Oh my god, I gotta get started on that commission because that thing's gonna take me a long time to do. Probably. Yeah, it is, because I also have to work. I have to work more. I don't work enough. Where'd my little tool go? Here you go. Okay, put this here. This unraveled a little bit. So I'm going to roll it tighter. Rolling it tighter. Here we go. Yes. Oh no, I just undid it a little bit. Ooh. Okay, much better. Okay, much better. We were all supposed to play Apex tonight, but my brother had to go to Firehouse, which is okay. He had to go do his training at the Firehouse. So no Apex today, but that's okay, because now I get to do crafts, and I gotta do crafts. So that works for me very good. Very good. He actually told me about it yesterday, but I completely forgot. So I thought we were gonna play Apex. And it was a pleasant surprise to realize that I wouldn't be dying all night long. And that I could do this instead. And then I gotta catch up on some chores. I gotta do some laundry. I'm gonna have to do some cleaning tomorrow. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, pinch that. Oh, it's spiraling too much. Go back. Go back. Okay, looks good enough. Good enough? Question mark? Okay. Make and print my template. Yeah, maybe one day. Oh yeah, that thing I was saying before when I was in school. So like in one of our labs, we would have to collect these little buggy guys. They were called isopods. And it was so known around like the whole campus because all you would see are students with like plastic gloves on at night with their hands and their phone flashlights on, just on the ground or in bushes looking for these fucking little bugs. It is the funniest thing ever, because I think our labs were out of like 600 points or something. So like if you were to collect 50 bugs, if you collected 50 isopods, you would get 50 points on your lab, like an extra 50 points automatically. And that's a huge difference. So like if a C is 500 points, being able, and like that's like barely passing, or I think maybe like 450 was like barely passing, like being able to get an extra 50 points was so freaking good. So like you would just see a bunch of kids with their flashlights on at night, because isopods are like nocturnal apparently, and they really only roll around and are active at night. And just seeing them with their flashlights, head in a bush, collecting bugs for extra points on a lab. And that was prime core memory of going to school. That shit was so funny. Yes, I did do it. And ironically, I did it with one of my friends who wasn't in the class. He just wanted to have a good time. He's like, I see everybody doing this. I kind of want to know what's up. So then he came in. He was just hanging out for a little bit while I was collecting some bugs. It was really funny. And then some of my other friends, what they were doing is they were collecting extra bugs, and then they were selling them to other students that didn't want to collect the bugs. So they were making a profit out of it. They're like, you want 50 points? You want 50 extra points on your lab? I'll give you 50 extra points on your lab for $50 for these buggos. So they were like, I had two friends that were doing it. One of my friends was my lab mate for that caffeine lab, because this was all in the same class. And then another one of my friends, she was my roommate, but she was not even taking the class. Nope. wasn't taking the class, but she knew about the bug thing, and she knew like a bunch of people in the class. She's like, "I'll go collect bugs for you. You just gotta give me $50." And I'm like, honestly, that's a good hustle. Like $50 in school, I take that. I take that shit. But I did not sell any buggos because I don't even know who the fuck they were selling them to. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I didn't outsource enough to like figure out what students wanted to buy bugs. That's such a silly thing. Buying bugs. Not buying drugs, but buying bugs. That was my school experience. Yeah. Okay, how many of these have I done so far? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I need to go get some of these cute little pearls. You know what? I'm gonna go get the case for the pearls right now because I forgot it in the other room. So give me 1 sec. Where is it? Get my blanket. Okay. Okay, dokie. Coming in back, getting nice and cozy, drinking some water. Okay. I guess I could start with. Why do I have a cut on my hand? See this? Maybe you don't see this, but I see it. I have a cut on my hand, and I don't know why. So I got this cute little thing over here. Where can I put it? I can put it up here. This nice little thing I got. It's a bunch of different pearl sizes. So I got it from Hobby Lobby. I think I got it like last year at Hobby Lobby, but it's perfect because it has a bunch of different sizes. So I love to make Christmas stuff just because like I think it's really pretty making Christmas stuff. But I made a lot of different things. Like I've made an elephant before. I've made I made Flame some koi fish. That was actually the first thing I've ever made, and I gave it to him. So he's got some koi fish in mine. I've made elephants. What else have I made? I have this holiday card. I make another holiday card, which we'll probably do on stream. I don't know. In the next couple weeks or so. Let's see. Holiday cards. I make ornaments too. These little ornaments here. I have one up here. Let me grab it really quick. It doesn't have any string on it because I don't know. I just didn't put string on it yet. But I also make these little thingies. These little thingies. Oh, focus, focus. Okay, no focus. No focus. But I have these little star thingies I make too. They're little paper ornaments. Those are also available in my Etsy shop. What else do I make? I need to change my tag. I need to officially change my tag name because my Instagram handle right now is not ShimomoVT. It's actually a completely different name from my old, my currently existing Etsy. But I need to change everything over to Shimomo, and then you guys can take a look at my Instagram because I have a bunch of other stuff I've made on there. So over the summer I was making a bunch of random shit. I took some of those videos down because it has my face in it, and I don't wanna see those videos anymore. But I made some floral things in jars. I've made, they're like centerpieces kind of. What else have I made? I made a wizard frog. Wizard Frog is online now. He is a potions master. He is a 6th-year student studying potions. He's coming up. He's coming up on graduating, becoming a full wizard soon. Potion master. He's on my Etsy. I made him, I think, last month? Yeah, I made him last month. I made him during October to be festive. What else did I make? I made a Jack Skellington. I made an Oogie Boogie. I made a bunch of little Halloween things. Like simple, very simple little things. Like, I made black cats. I made pumpkins. What else did I make? Pumpkins. I made candy corn. I made regular little candies. I made, 5-day challenge. I made cats. I made pumpkins. I made candy corn. I made something. I made spiders, and I made bats. I made 5 things for Halloween. And, oh, where'd my paper go? Roll away. I made those thingies. What else have I made? I make a lot of flowers, I think. I think I like making flowers because I can turn my brain off to make flowers. It's really nice. These are poinsettias. They're flowers. They're just holiday flowers, that's all. Okay, this one's coming out a little bit wonky. But, it's fine. Pinch it. Okay, the goal for today is to at least finish the stars. And then I can worry about doing everything else tomorrow, and I need to get this. I think I need to get what is today? What's today? Today's Thursday. I need to officially ship things out by the 25th, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, which is Tuesday, but I don't know. I just use USPS, and sometimes when I ship things out, it takes a while longer than than it's supposed to get there, maybe. I don't know. Probably just sucks. But I should really aim to send this out by Saturday. That's my goal. I want to have this packaged and sent out by Saturday because literally next week is going to be a whirlwind. So much Thanksgiving, family, friends, so many people to see, so many things to do, so many things to cook, so many things to eat. I'm going to get so fat. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. This just solidifies that I need to finish these 2 cards and package everything up by Saturday. We'll package everything by tomorrow, send it out by Saturday, and then what else do I need to do? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I also need to make a little thank you card. I gotta make a little thank you cards. I like doing that. I make them by hand. I make my little, whenever somebody orders a little thing at my shop, I make a thank you card. I write their name. Usually if they are like one of the first people to buy a big bulk of things, or if they're like the first person who's bought in a while, I'll write like a little note and say something about it. I don't know. I like to make things a little bit personal. Something like that. Because this is a very, very niche thing I do. Like, to anybody listening, have you ever heard of or seen paper quilling? I don't know if you have. Nobody has. It's an extreme. I feel like everybody knows crochet. Everybody knows knitting, or I don't know, maybe silly random paper crafts. But like, I don't think anybody actually knows what this is. It's so niche. I found out about this, in high school actually. So I don't know if other schools do this. I imagine to some degree other schools have some type of volunteer program before you graduate, or like some type of senior project. But so in my school we have something called senior project, where basically you can either do an internship or you can volunteer somewhere. It doesn't matter what you do, but you need to have somebody like sign off that you're actually doing stuff for the community, for an internship. And it's basically just giving you exposure to like what it's like to have a job, right? Because you need to be prepared for real life after you graduate high school. So for my senior project, this is actually funny. All 3 of us, me, my sister, and my brother, we all just volunteered at an animal shelter. That's it. We just hung out. We pet cats. We combed them. We fed dogs. That's all we did. And I think you have to do like 80 hours or something like that. Or maybe it was 40 hours. I don't remember. And you have to do it over the course of like 5-6 months, something like that. So it's not that intensive. My parents would just drop us off on the weekends and we'd hang out with some animals. That's it. But one of my friends, she had a really interesting senior project. I think she volunteered at like a library or something. And the library would have events, and one of the events was like a paper quilling workshop, and she ended up like getting in really deep with the more artistic events because she was a very artistic person, and she ended up like doing a lot of paper quilling volunteering. And her, at the end of the year in the spring, there's like a senior project showcase where basically you have a poster board and everybody's like in the gym, and it's kind of like a little fair, and you explain what you did from your senior project, you know, what you learned. And actually, scratch that. I think only the good senior projects went to the fair, and mine wasn't good because all I did was pet cats and dogs, even though I'm allergic to them. But yeah, so you had to do a presentation in your class. Everybody had to do it. And then if your presentation was good and you wanted to volunteer, then you would go to the fair during the school day, and there's basically like a pass for the day. You get to just hang out in the gym all day, talk about like the project you did. You don't have to go to class. So my friend did that because she ended up doing paper quilling volunteer work for like her whole project. And when you went to like the gym and you got to walk around all the booths and see like the poster boards and see the stuff that like different kids did, because some of them did like research too. Her final project on her poster board was this giant piece that she created, all made out of paper quilling. It was at least like a 3 foot by 3 foot piece. It was beautiful, and I think it was two very large dragons, because she was obsessed with dragons. She was really good at drawing them, but yeah, she was obsessed with dragons, and she paper quilled two giant dragons, and it was freaking sick. It was gorgeous. She was a very artistic girl, and yeah, that's how I like came to know what paper quilling was, and then I started looking it up on Pinterest and all this stuff, and then I think like a couple years later, maybe, I made my first thing, which is I saw this koi piece on Pinterest. It was so cool. It was like a yin yang koi piece, and I was like, I want to make that. I think it's really cool. All I need are 3 colors, red, white, and black, and I'm gonna make these fish. So I did that, and I didn't have any tools at all. I literally took the cardstock paper. I bought like 3 pieces of paper from the store, from like Michael's, and I cut them all by hand, and I hand drew like the koi on a piece of cardstock, and I just started cutting the strips and making the shapes and gluing it down. This is like a very, very basic paper quilling tool. It's called a slotted tool. And I didn't even have one of those. I literally just used a toothpick and I rolled paper. But I think it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to make. It's one of the nicest things I think I've ever made. Because it's like, it's very unique. It's very interesting. And I really wonder what my brother has done with it. Sometimes I would see it on his little like wall unit thing. Thinking back on it, I should have really given him like a frame. I didn't. I just gave him a piece of paper with some fish on it. I don't even know if he liked fish. I think he liked it. I think he liked it. But I wonder if it's destroyed now, because he's got a lot of shit in his room. That's on his agenda, to clean his room. Okay, how many do I have left? I only have a few more left. And then I can move on to the next part, which will be silk. And I can start assembling these little flowers. These little flowers. Flowers. Go like this. Go like that. I think it's even enough. I can't afford to care too heavily how even it is. Because it'll never be perfectly even. Okay, good. And press. And that's it. And it's really nice, and it kind of like almost uncoils itself, or gives itself a nice little thing. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Okay. Alright, moving on. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Okay, so there's another one I have to do. Just kidding. I need to take this blanket off me. I'm getting heated. Heated from paper quilling. Too much crafting. Too much crafting. But I chose this lake. I like to make crafts. I like to make crafts and watch TV. I think what I need to start doing is in the summer, just making more stuff. Because everyone likes to buy stuff in the winter. Everybody just goes ham in the winter. I think that's pretty normal. Everybody wants to buy nice things. It's part of the festivities. But I'm already like, I don't know, I stockpiled some stuff this year. Like, I made a bunch of these little guys, because last year they were really, really popular. And then I made this one in this new green color. It kind of looks like a cucumber. I really like it. But I have a buttload of those. Like, if I had to guess, I have at least 40 of these, and I have maybe 10 of these. And, yeah, I was just, the past couple of weeks, I was just, like, prepping and just sitting on the couch, making them. They're fun to make while I watch TV. But I updated the pictures on my website, and they look kind of doody right now, so maybe I have to take... I'm really bad at taking pictures, but I gotta take better pictures, because I have too many of them. You should get a gem that can be in the center of this one. So, I actually do have big ones here. Let me go show you. But I think it'll be ugly. Let me see. Hold on. Where is it? I have too many things. Oh, here it is. Okay. I found it. I have these, but I think it would be too much. They're like real big. See? Like this. Let's see how it looks. Okay, let's see. No, not a flat back? Yeah, this would be... I'm not gonna stick it because it'll get stuck. Nah. It looks like a giant eye. It looks like one single giant eyeball on a sea creature. Nah. Nah. A gem? Like one of the shiny ones? Yeah, too big. Yeah. I don't know, it's just hollow. That's just the style that this one is. Yeah. I gotta look for more. I gotta create new designs though. I wanna add new stuff to the shop. But also, I kinda have a feeling people are gonna buy this card a lot. Like somebody bought 5 of them already, and I think it's really pretty. So I don't think I have time to start creating new designs. But Sistal, if you're ever doodling and you doodle a fun little star, maybe send it to me. Maybe I'll make it. Why not? I don't be doing stuff. That's a lie. I do a lot of stuff. Somehow. Maybe. Somehow maybe. Somehow maybe I'm always out of time. That's all I know. It needs a focal point. I still think you should put them into ornaments. Oh, yeah. Oh, god damn it. That means I gotta go buy more stuff. You know what I did recently? Recently, I actually went through all of my receipts for the year, and I logged how much money I spent. And then I realized I gotta stop spending money. Cause I spend too much money on crafts. But, probably hard to do, but. Yeah, I would have to resize things, I think, if I did that. I was watching some lady put stuff in ornaments. Some reel or whatever. It's kind of cool. But it's such an extra step. It's such an extra step. I'm just a baby. Just a baby. Just a baby. I can't do too many steps. You saw me trying to set up a stream. Too many steps. Can't do it. Have to call sister. One day I'll learn. Not today. Well, I learned something today. I learned that I need to stop making new settings. That's what I learned. Bench. What time? 9:50. I think I've been doing this for like an hour and 15. Hour and 15 and my... Yeah, these are all done. Okay, that's not too bad. I think. I don't really know. What is time? What is time? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do... Let's see. So, on all of these, they have this little extra tag. I don't even know if you can see it. Oh, you can see it for a split second. You can see it. This extra little tag. Ooh, so I'm gonna make that all go towards the center so that you can't actually see it on the flower. Yeah, I don't know. You can see it for like a second. And what I'm also gonna do, I'm gonna make sure these are all similar sizes, and I'm gonna flare the edge out a little bit, just like pinch and turn. Just a little bit, because it makes it a little bit nicer. Okay, so doing that for all of them. If anyone has recommendations on something that I should make, throw it in the chat. What should Shimomo make next? I don't know what I should make next. I just make holiday stuff because it's easy and fun. Thinking about a peekaboo, Mayboo. Okay, curling, curling. I don't even know. I barely use glue. How's there glue on this? God damn. No. Go away, glue. Okay. I also have to pull out some stickies because this is all vinyl. So I gotta start pulling out the vinyl. That's fun. I really like using the sticky vinyl. It does... It's like crazy because it's complicated, but it's also really nice. And it makes this look nice, which I quite enjoy. Wait, which way is this one on a curve? This one wants to curve. Let's go this way. Curve this way. Here we go. Curve. Oh, this one's gonna curve this way. I don't know. It's gonna be whatever way it wants to go. So many florals. So many florals. So little time. I have recently... So last week... Last week, I did nothing. It was really bad. I was supposed to do stuff, and I didn't. I feel like my personal goal is to post 2 to 3 reels of like some craft making stuff or whatever every week. I only post one because I was engulfed in reading manhwas last week. What the heck is that little thing? What am I looking at? Is that a little weird dog? Or is it a laughing face? I don't know what it is. Maybe you're laughing at me. I don't know. Yeah, last week I didn't do anything. I was engulfed in reading manhwas because I get addicted to manhwas really easily. I get addicted to a lot of things really easily. Like, not drugs. I don't do drugs. Don't worry about that. Momo, don't do drugs. It's okay. Only the drugs I need to be alive. Do manhwa review. The problem is I like absorb them into my brain in like one day and then I forget everything. And I don't know what they're called. I have no... Actually, I do know one of them. One, I know what it was called because it was advertised to me on Instagram via Webtoon. And I read that whole thing in 24 hours. It was like, I don't know, 80 chapters? I read that whole thing. And then, it kept advertising it to me. But I'm like, I already read it. I didn't read it on a Webtoon, though, because fuck that. I don't got money. I ain't got no monies. But, I read that whole thing. It was called... I've been down that rabbit hole. The rabbit hole, dude, you kind of just gotta, like... And then you read it, and then you get so sad afterwards once you're done. And then you, like, seek another one, but it's not the same. It's never the same. So, I read one, I think it was called The Dawn to Come. It was a romance one, but I thought it was cute, and the character designs were really good. So I read that one, consumed that shit like crazy, so fast, and then I was like, I need something else. So then I caught up in this one that I've been reading for a while. It's still active. It's called... what is it called? I had like 20 manhwas I was following, then the site I was using went to... Is it Pocket Comic? That didn't have a... Yeah, they all have violent pop-up ads. Too much, too much. But you know what I do now? I will open the... Well, I'll hit like next chapter, so like the thing loads onto like the other page, and then all the pop-ups start coming up, so then I go into airplane mode. I X out all the pop-ups, and then they don't come back. So maybe you gotta do that. Yeah, they're always so lewd. It's just like, you can't read a manhwa in public if you want to. You can't, because then people are gonna see the pop-up ads, and they're gonna be like, what the heck are you looking at? What the fuck is this perv doing? But if you use the airplane mode, it helps. It helps a lot. So, or at least it's been helping for me. Yeah. I have a bunch. I like would on my phone I would like separate because I just use Safari. Sorry, I'm lame. I don't use other stuff. But what was I gonna say? I have my regular bajillion Google searches or whatever the fuck on Safari. I have like 100 tabs open, and then but in the incognito mode is where I keep all of my manhwas, so they're separated from all my other searches, and I know where to find them when I'm going through a manhwa phase, and I don't have to shuffle through all of my open searches and tabs and shit. But yeah, I read that one. That one was cute. That one was good. And then I read this like I think it's called like Best Friend Complex or some shit like that. It's basically like a rom-com with like two childhood friends. That one's funny and that one's still being written. And then the one I'm reading now is really funny. Sister, you might like this one. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. What the heck is this thing called? It is so freaking funny. And it's completed. It's funny. It's completed, and I think there's a little bit over 100 chapters. Holy shit, the loot ads. Holy shit. What the fuck is it called? It is called... I don't know if I can write in the chat, but I wish I could drop this in the chat. It's called Side Characters Deserve Love Too. This one is so fucking funny. Oh my god. So, what chapter? I think I'm on chapter like... Oh my thingies. I'm not reading any. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. That's fair. This one is funny, but it doesn't have me, like, glued to my screen, which is nice. Because it's really funny, but then, like, it'll have, like, half a chapter that's, like, slower, and I'm like, okay, this is where I stop. This is where I stop, and don't be obsessed anymore. So this one is about... It's one of those, what did you say, the Sekai ones, where, like, you're reborn into another world or whatever the heck. So, like, this girl, she gets hit by, like, a truck and she dies. And as she's dying, she's reading a webtoon on her phone. So when she dies, she gets transported, of course, into that webtoon. And the webtoon is her favorite webtoon. She's obsessed with it. We all know them. We all love or hate them. It's the webtoons that are about the, like, the castles and stuff. You know, that time, like, the extravagant castles, and kings, and beautiful dresses, and beautiful clothes. The clothes are so pretty. It's like one of those, right? So she gets transported into her favorite storyline, which is in one of those realms, and in the story, she is transported into, I think there's like 4 princes and like 1 or 2... princesses, and she gets transported into the eldest prince's bedroom. And it is so fucking funny. That's the character that she's obsessed with. So she is obsessed with this story, and she gets transported into his bedroom, and it's like, I want to say it's like in the morning or some shit, so she's like suddenly like in his bed, and he like pulls out a knife, and he's like, who are you? He pulls out the knife, he puts it under his throat, and he's like, who are you? Did somebody send you to kill me? Like, you're an assassin, or whatever the fuck. And then, like, it's like kind of a ruckus, so she's like literally drooling over him, because he's like a blonde, blue-eyed prince, and he's just like, you're an assassin, like, you're here to kill me, and it's so fucking funny. There's a ruckus, and then his knight, like his best friend slash knight, comes in. He's like, what's going on, Prince, what the fuck's his name? What's his name? His name is hilarious, because it's so, in my opinion, it's... Oh my god, what is it? What is his name? I can't think of it right now! What the fuck's his name? Hold on. I need to know the name, because I feel like the name really ties it... The name ties it together to me. His name is Prince Kyle, which I think is really funny, because his name could be anything, but it's Kyle. I just think that's really fucking funny. So anyway, she's in love with this dude, Prince Kyle, before she falls into this world. Wait, where am I gluing? Am I gluing over here? Okay, there we go. And then she falls into his bed, and she's also a new character. She doesn't look like how she looked in her previous life. Has long silver hair, she's really pretty, and she has yellow eyes. And she's wearing, like, you know, the... she's wearing clothes as per that time period. Holy shit, I need water. And, what was I saying? And yeah, he thinks she's trying to kill her, and all trying to kill him, and all while this is happening, she's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is Kyle. He's like my love. I love him so much. Blah blah blah. He's so hot. He's so hot. And then he can hear all of her thoughts. So as she's literally drooling at him, she's like, oh my god, this sexy man, I landed in his bed like he's my dream. He can hear all of her thoughts. It is the funniest thing. And she's a really lewd character. So she's like, this sexy beast, like, he's staring at me. He's even more, like, amazing in person, blah, 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 blah. And he's just hearing all of it. And he's freaking the fuck out. So he kind of starts, like, I guess you could say screaming a little bit, but he's, like, obviously panicking, because he's like, what the fuck? Why am I hearing these things? Who is this creep? She's trying to kill me, but also kill me with thoughts? And then, because he's, like, they're making a ruckus, his, like, best friend / knight comes in, and he's like, do you hear this? And he's like, and then the knight is just like, Prince, hear what? And he's like, you can't hear these lewd thoughts? And he's like, what are you talking about? Meanwhile, the girl is literally standing there, like, having, like, the rainbow barf face as she stares at him, because she's drooling over him so badly. It is so fucking funny. It's, oh my god, you gotta read it. I love this story so much. So, that's, like, the opening chapter, pretty much. Oh no! It's glue and crooked because I'm not paying attention. So I need to lock in. Hold on. I need to adjust this because these petals need to be even. And then I will talk more about this silly story. Okay, how does that look? It's almost even. You're right, sister. I do need stencils, but until then, I just be eyeballing. I got pretty good eyes. Got a low prescription. Good eyes. Okay. I think that's... What do we think? We think that's pretty even? Pretty even petals? Maybe pull this one down a little bit. Okay. First flower done! That feels good. That feels real good. Whew! Okay. Next one. Wait, what was I saying? So... They're trying to figure out what to do with her, because she literally pops into his room, no warning, out of thin air. He ends up tying her up for a while, because he has to go, like, run errands for the day. And then the knight just, like, watches over her while she stays locked in the bedroom, and she's literally just going through all of his stuff and drooling everywhere, and she's like, oh my god, the bed smells like him! But it's really funny because none of the thoughts are, like, legitimately sweet. They're all, like, really vulgar, so it's so fucking funny because anytime she thinks about him, he can hear her thoughts. She can't hear his thoughts, but he can hear all of her lewd thoughts. If she thinks about other random stuff, he can't hear it, though. So fucking funny. He decides not to like, kill her or anything. He doesn't even, I don't think in the beginning, he doesn't put her in, like, jail. He's just like, what the fuck do I do with this girl? I can hear all of her thoughts. Like, that's pretty wild. So what he ends up doing is, he's like, I'm gonna have you stay on palace grounds, because I want to, like, figure out why the fuck I can hear your thoughts. Also, why do you have so many lewd thoughts about me? I don't know you. And, what he ends up doing is just, like, he's like, to his little knight friend, he's like, here, knight friend, take her, go put her somewhere on the palace grounds as, like, a groundskeeper or as a maid or some shit. So, the knight goes to try and get her a job at the palace, and turns out, since she's in another world, she can't read their language. So she can't be a maid, she can't be, like, a librarian, she can't be any of those jobs. The only job available is to be a stable boy. But you have to be a man to be that boy, because you have to, I don't know, because it's fucking like that. It's that time period. So she's gotta, like, lift a bunch of hay and take care of the horses and do a lot of manual labor. But the woman who hires people is just like, you can't have that job, you're a woman. So what she does, and what the rest of the storyline is basically her, what she ends up doing, oh wait, is this, why is this like this? Is this, oh, is this the wrong size? Oh, sorry, I'm, like, really looking at this piece. This is, oops, this is an extra piece. This is the wrong size. I'm deleting you, goodbye. But yeah, so like, one of the headmistresses who hires all of the people, she's just like, you can't read, so you can't have any female jobs. The only job I have left available is to be a stable boy, but you are a woman, you can't do it. She's like, nah, not available to you. So she's like, fuck. But then what she says instead, she's just like, oh, if I can't have the job, my twin brother can have the job instead. And when she's walking around, normally, she tells everyone that, like, her name is Josephine. And then when she finds out that she can't have the job, she's just like, oh, if I can't have the job, don't worry. I'll get my twin brother Joe to do it. So she's Josephine, and her twin brother is Joe. And I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. So, what she does is she, like, goes back to, like, the prince's bedroom with the knight. They, like, cut her hair or whatever, and now, he gives her, like, male clothing, so now she's cross-dressing as a male. So now she goes back to that old lady, she's like, hey, I'm Joe, I'm Josephine's brother, and she's like, oh, she told me so much about you, yes, you can have the job. So the main character now cross-dresses as a male, and works, you know, on the edge of the palace ground as a stable boy and manages all the horses and shit like that. So that's pretty much where the story begins. And then, like, the story progresses as... What is this? Vess, you should drink... Wait, what? You should drink your hand in No! Please, no! No! Not again! No! Even she says no! See, even she knows I'm allergic! My brother doesn't, though. That's for damn sure. Oh my god. Even Bunny One's trying to kill me. I thought my brother trying to kill me was enough. I guess I'm just gonna die. I'm meant to not be alive. I don't know. Please don't unalive me. Okay, I need to roll one more of these. What time is it? 10 o'clock already? Holy sugar. Holy sugar. Okay, I gotta roll another one of these. Roll, 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 roll. Roll, 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 roll. Oh, I need to sleep. You sleep? Okay, you sleep. I think I'm gonna finish making these stars, and then I need to stop too. I'm getting tired. Oh, I'm probably gonna stop and go read that story. It's so freaking funny. Bye! Oh, good luck in your meeting! Good luck! Why is this so fuzzy? It's fine. I don't care that much. Okay. Moving on. Okay. But that story, y'all gotta read it. It's called, what is it called? It's called... What the heck's it called? I already forgot. It's called Side Characters Deserve Love Too. So she ends up cross-dressing, and then basically she's obsessed with the prince, but she's cross-dressing as a guy, and everyone for whatever reason believes that she is a guy, and she's like in love with the prince as a guy, and she's kind of like stalking him and following him around, and then he can also still hear all of her lewd thoughts. It is so fucking funny. One of the funnier ones that I've read in a while. I feel like I read a lot of, like, I don't know, I guess somewhat serious romance ones? Nah, I also do read some funny ones. That one's really funny, though. That one's... She's off the walls, unhinged. I was also gonna catch up on Freerin today, but then I decided to stream. Maybe I'll watch it later. I don't know. And Spy Family is coming out. Wait, am I missing pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How am I missing 2 pieces? What? Oh, it's because I had to get rid of those. Okay, JK, I need 2 more red circles then. 1 and 2. Ay, ay, ay. Bunny Wunny, are you allergic to anything? I'm allergic to too many things. Too many things. My sister has a kitty cat, which I think everybody knows. And I was cat sitting for her earlier this year. She was like away in, I think, Florida for like 2 weeks. So I was cat sitting her little kitty. Her little kitty's so cute. I'm sure you guys already know, maybe, or maybe not, know the story of where our family got this little kitty from. But basically, my brother found this cat in our, like, like outside drain, something like that. Like in our house, we have a basement. So like when you're outside the house, there's like little windows for the basement. So there's like the little dip at the like the foundation of the home. Outside the foundation of the home, there's a dip down, like a little well, because that's where the window is for the basement. And you know, there's some leaves in there and shit. Like they just fly in. And one day, my brother he let our dog Luna out in the backyard, and she went out to pee or do whatever, and then he was calling her to come back in, and she would not come back in. And he's like, Luke, come back in. And then he sees her sniffing around like the little window, like the little basement window with the well. And then he's like, what the heck is she sniffing? And he goes over there, and he like starts to hear like a soft meow or whatever, and he sees like this little baby kitten stuck in there. And I mean like kitten, like weeks, only a couple weeks old. And the kitten's all wet, and it's stuck down there because it must have fell in, and it's stuck in a bunch of wet leaves. So he pulls the little kitty out, and yeah, that's basically how my sister got her cat. He took the little kitty to the vet, because we actually live very close to the vet, like within 5 minutes. And the vet gave antibiotics and stuff like that, because she definitely was sick, little Jubis. And he ended up naming the cat Juvia, because that's rain in Spanish for anybody who knows Spanish and is listening. And now we just call her Juby. We call her Juby because she was found in the rain. And she's such a silly, cute little kitty. And I got to watch her for 2 weeks. And I actually used to live with my sister for, I don't know, maybe like 8 months, something like that. I used to live with her for a little bit while she was in Queens. And she had the kitty there. The kitty was so cute. So cute. She's funny. She drools a lot. If you pet her, she'll just start drooling. She's just like, I like this. I'm comfy. And then she just starts drooling. So she's so cute. And she got to hang out for 2 weeks. She was so afraid at first. She spent the first couple days just stuck under my couch. Oh, I'm also allergic to cats, but she's too cute to say no to. So she spent the first few days under the couch. And then one day, a couple days in, I was making some choy. And I had some sesame oil, and I guess, I don't know, the smell of the sesame oil was maybe too pungent for her, and she just couldn't handle it. And she started from underneath the couch, like an alarm. She kept going, meow, 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 meow. She was like, subtly freaking out, I guess, because of the smell. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I'm already cooking. And then she ran out from under the couch, and she ran towards the front door, and she was just hanging out there, because the front door is far from the kitchen. But yeah, and then she did that a couple other times I was cooking. It was very silly. She's a very silly cat, but then she got used to everything. And she would hang out with me, and I work from home. I work remote, so I would just be chilling on the couch, and every now and then she'd just come up and hang out, and I'd pet her, and she's the softest, sweetest little kitty. She's so cute. Ah, I miss her. I miss having a pet. I want a pet. I also need allergy shots. My brother has getting allergy shots. I think they're working for him. But, eh. One day. For now, I just exist allergic to things. So I don't think allergy shots can actually change food allergies. I think it's only environmental allergies. So, I can't get a pet anytime soon in a New York apartment anyway. But I'll get it one day. And then I'll have some shots, I guess. Okay, shut up. Okay, what do we have left? One more. Wait, is that right? 3, 4. I can count. I hope I can count. I used to be a math tutor for years. But I can't count. Oh wait, well, this is too long. So I'm going to cut it a little bit. No, put this back where it came from. One thing I did finally learn this year through making a bunch of shit and attempting to have an Etsy is how to use mail the right way. That was nice. Mail has always been confusing for me. I don't know why. It just has been. And I found out I'm paying so much all the time for mail and I don't gotta. So that's cool. That's cool. We'll save money. Oy, 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 okay. This is the last one for this. Okay. Over. That looks good enough. Okay, pinch. Pinch. I guess whenever I'm doing crafts, I'll just stream. If I'm not losing my mind or anything. So now we have to curve some of these so they match the other ones. Okay, pull that down and curve it. Wait, is this the wrong color? No, this is the right color. Okay, good. I have so many paper strips. I have too many to do anything with them. I guess I gotta just make more stuff. But for now, we're gonna complete this one. Okay, so let's see. Like this. Like this. Make sure they're all... the endpoint is facing the same way. Gotta flip. Flip, flop, and I need to drink more water. Holy shit. Alright, now let's stick all of them together. So today's Thursday. Okay, today's Thursday. Anybody? Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. I'm gonna glue these last flower petals. I mean, what is it? What am I saying? I'm gonna make these, yeah, these last two flowers. And then I am going to glue on the little centerpieces. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night after that. Because I am starting to get sleepy. And I have a big pile of laundry on my bed that I need to put away and fold, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm also making gelato! I have to finish making gelato! Oh, fuck. Fuck my life. I have so many things to do. I am having a little Friendsgiving. So I used to play a lot of badminton. It's basically like all of my old school friends are from my badminton team, and we're having a little get-together on Saturday, and I'm hosting, and I decided that I'm gonna make gelato because I made it over the summer or something like that, and it was actually really good. And I learned the difference between gelato and ice cream. So, what's the difference? The difference is the amount of milk versus like heavy cream that you use. So ice cream has a higher ratio of cream to milk, whereas gelato has a higher ratio of... Whoa, is this the right color? I think it is. Why does it look weird? Maybe it's just my eyes. Maybe it's just my balls. But yeah, what was I saying? So ice cream is more... It's the right color, right? If it's not the right color, I'm gonna explode right now. Wait, this one also looks weird. No, it's the right color. I'm just crazy. Okay. Ice cream has more cream in it. Whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. And gelato has more milk. And I was making the custard for gelato earlier today. It's actually really easy. So the recipe that I've been using is sick because it is a no machine, no nothing type of recipe. Like, you can just make it at home. You don't need anything fancy. You really just need the ingredients. That's it. And it's not one of those little kitty ones where you put the ice cream in a bag with some ice and you roll it around the campfire and then you get ice cream. It's not like that cheapo stuff either. It is actually gelato. It tastes really good. The first time I made it, I was like, this actually... 1, this slaps. 2, I used fresh strawberries to make it. And 3, it tastes like Haagen-Dazs, which was really sick. I was very proud of that. So, to make it, I used 2% milk, even though you're supposed to use whole milk, but I didn't have that, so I was not gonna go and get more. But yeah, it was like, I did like a recipe and a half. So I used like 3 cups of milk, and you start slowly simmering it and then you take 6 egg yolks. Egg yolks specifically is what makes the gelato like creamier and like custardy. So you take that, and I learned a new technique too. I didn't know what tempering eggs was, or tempering food, I guess you could say. So tempering is when you like slowly raise the temperature. So like I have these egg yolks and I mix sugar into them, and then I have the hot milk. And what you do is you have a bowl of egg yolk and sugar that you mix up together, and then you have hot milk. And you very slowly... Wait, I didn't get the notifications for the stream. Oh, hello. You can tell my sister then that, because she told me that it was updated. I don't know. I guess it wasn't. I didn't really know. She said she did it, but I don't know how she would do it anyway, because she doesn't have my account. So I don't know. But hello. How are you doing, Alfonso? I'm talking about ice cream. And I'm getting close to being done, actually. I mean, maybe I'll do some stickers. I could do some stickers. Hello, sister! Yeah, so I've been streaming since probably like 8:30, so it's been about 2 hours. I'm just making these little cards because somebody ordered some cards at my shop. So I'm making some of these. They ordered like 5 cards, so I have to make a bunch of cards now. I'm at work, so I suppose I'm good. I mean, I'm excited for you to get back home eventually. Then you can be even better. I hope. This. More glue. More glue. That's a weird devil fruit you got in there. It is. I think if you ate this, you die. I'm not just talking about the glue. I think poinsettias are poisonous, right? Aren't they? Which is crazy because they're such a popular, like, holiday flower. And I'm pretty sure they're poisonous. That and some other flowers are definitely poisonous for cats. That's for sure. Okay. Open this one up a little bit more. Every fruit. That is true. Yeah, I eat the glue so I don't have to die via the fruits. I even have multiple types of glue. Variety. Okay, one more here. One more here. And now we can put it together. Yay! Okay. Alfonso, do you have a favorite type of ice cream? This. Stick this. Ah! No. Okay. Good. Yes. Yes, I have. Well, what is your favorite type of ice cream? Have you ever made ice cream? Or, wait. Have you told me that you can only boil water? I think you might have said that before. Okay, this is coming out a little wonky. Nope, we're good. We're coming back. We're climbing back. Rum raisins? Are you like an oatmeal raisin cookie kind of person? Like something like that? Are you about the raisin life? Asian don't raisin? Yeah, that's what they say. Black don't crack, Asian don't raisin. Something like that. Or yeah, I don't know. Okay. No. Yep. Okay, I think that's good. Whew! Okay. That is 4 stars for 2 cards. Well, I guess they're not stars. They're technically flowers. So now I have to put these guys on. Not really. I like more of the chocolate chips than like every normal being, but that ice cream is so good. I've never had rum raisin. I have had... My sister has made rum raisin cookies. I've had those before. They don't taste that different, in my opinion, to regular raisin cookies. Oatmeal raisin, but I should. I don't think... Where do you even get it? Is it one of, like, a bigger brand, or... I've never seen that in the store before. Maybe I have to make it. Okay. Put some glue. Glue number 2. And just put a dot in the middle. Oh, sugar. No. Too much glue. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm not from the US. Here, it's kind of common to get. I see. I gotta try it then. I'm sure if I go to the right store, they'll have it. If you go to the right store, they have it. Most anything. You're from Chile, right? Is that right? Did I get that right? I do live really close to a big Latinx neighborhood. Yes, I am. I try. Have you lived there your whole life? And would you want to live anywhere else? Like, where do you want to be? Are you from? No, I'm not. I'm from Canada. I'm from my parents. Yeah, we all are just out here in New York. Why does this look weird? Out here in New York. Does it look weird? It's a little off, but not like that off. Just off to me, maybe. Let me see. Ugh, time to get on that stencil life, I guess. Okay, now we take a paintbrush and we get rid of extra glue. Yes, all my life. I was between moving to New Zealand or studying my degree, so I chose the degree. Oh, I see. Well, do you think you still want to go there after? Or wait, right? You're studying right now, right? So after I finish, I will see. Ah, why New Zealand? Oceania. Oceania. Yeah. Why do you want to go there? Okay, this one done. Yay. One done. One done. I have family there. Oh, whoa. What are you like culture? Are you Chilean? Are you... I don't know what New Zealand is. New Zealandian? New Zealandian? Landian? New Zealander! Are you a New Zealander? It is between a land... What? Eland? I have no idea what that means. Ah, why is this bubbling? Pop glue bubble. Goodbye. Better. For these, I need to use this glue, so when I use Elmer's glue, regular glue, the little jemmies pop off. So I gotta use this thick glue. Ah, what the poetic. It's okay. My computer's stupid all the time. I got a bad model of my computer. It doesn't work right, and I sent it in to get fixed, and it still doesn't let me open Discord sometimes. It was between Spain or New Zealand. I have family in both. Ah, okay, cool. We are Spanish. We have, most of our family is in Argentina. I actually don't know if we still have family in Spain. I don't think we do. I think they moved to France instead. Okay, I need this. Have you been to New Zealand before? What's New Zealand like? What's going on over there? Okay, put this. Yay! Yay! I'm getting there. Almost there. 2 more stars. Okay, is this good? Almost good and done. I really want to go to Spain. My dad keeps saying we're gonna go, and then we don't ever go. He also says we're gonna go to Argentina and visit all of our family there, and then we don't go. I want to go to Spain. I feel like they have like cool festivals like Tomatina. I don't know if I want to see the bulls, but stuff like that. I want to go see stuff. No, I'm not a New Zealander, but when my country passed throughout a dictatorship, a lot of people, okay, so my family went to Australia, I went to Spain, and now my cousin sent to live in New Zealand, so yeah, I have family oh. Okay, cool, that's kind of neat then. You have different options in a way, but you don't want to stay in Chile then? Like, you're pretty set on leaving afterwards? That's kind of cool. Maybe I don't know, I kind of thought about leaving, but I'm also like, where would I go? I only speak English. Do you speak Spanish too then? Or do you speak, maybe that's wrong. I'm not really good at this stuff. Geography and countries. Do you speak any other languages? I wish I could speak another language. It's also a possibility, but the quality of life is better in New Zealand than here. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, it's okay. And you said, wait, you have been to New Zealand before? What is New Zealand like? I feel like the only image I have of New Zealand in me brain is that's where Lord of the Rings was filmed, and something Australian related. Australian adjacent. But I don't know what else New Zealand is like. I haven't been in New Zealand before, but I have been in Australia before. They are close. Okay, so I guess I was right. My brain was right for thinking that they're pretty close. Wait, does that mean, because I be seeing those videos of the big bugs, kangaroos, Australia. But do they also have big bugs in New Zealand? I also wonder why the bugs be so big. I know I learned in school that, like, when pre-humans and all, like, when bugs low-key dominated more of the earth, they were so big because there was just more oxygen on Earth, and just, like, by having more oxygen, the bugs were able to just literally breed and be larger. Just be larger. Australia, yes, they have, like, everything is poisonous. I don't care if people get to adulthood there. Yeah, I don't think I'd survive. I barely survive here. There are spiders that eat... What the heck? What the heck? Okay, maybe I don't want to go there. I feel like people either really want to go to Australia and go to that area, or they don't at all. And... you know what? I don't know if I'd survive going there. Ugh. I thought the bats were big there, too. Aren't they big? Although the bats in... I think the Philippines are the biggest. I think that's where, like, the 3-foot-long bats and, like, the 6 wingspan are. That's why I don't consider Australia to be. But it's similar to... Wait, is this the right color? I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I need water. Ah! Okay. Alright. I finished what I wanted to really do. I think the last thing I'm gonna do is... Okay, wait. I think I have so... You don't see a lot here, but there's a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff everywhere. Sneak peek at garbage disc. It's all crafting though. And it was clean before I sat down. Okay, what do I need to do? Now I'm gonna cut out some stickers for this part. Okay, what do you say? Are you into D&D like the nerd of your sister? I have tried D&D before. I was not that crazy about it, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried multiple times too, not just once. I tried in college twice to play. And then I also played part of my sister's campaign when I lived with her for a little bit with her roommates. I don't know. Like, parts of it were fun. Maybe the reason why I didn't like it is because I didn't like one of the dudes we were playing with. He was a... I'm not gonna say, he might watch this one day, but let's just say I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of him, and he was the Dungeon Master. So... I don't know. I think if I played with just my siblings, it would be fun. Tell it, call him. No, I can't call him out. My sister's good friends with him. I can't. But, you know what? He probably knows. He knows. Does he know he's a bitch? Probably. I think he does. He antagonizes people. So, like, he's gotta know. Okay, wait, what am I doing? I need to cut transfer paper. Do you know about him? Has she told you about one of her old roommates before? Wait, now I want to know what she said. How big is this gonna be? Can I fit 2? I can fit 2. Okay, so I'll cut 3 boxes. Okay. Yeah, he was, I don't know. He was an antagonizer. He loved to debate and cause arguments. One time when no, she don't want to tell me anything because she knows that she knows I don't like this person that much. But, they've been friends for a really long time, so nothing you can do about it. But one time, when I was living with my sister, I had one of my, like, very good family/childhood friends come over. It was her birthday, so, like, we went out to eat, and we all went out to eat, like, roommate included. And then, it was such a nice night. We had such a great time. And then at the end, he just, like, kind of picked a fight with her. about something really stupid. It was real dumb. And he picked a fight with her, and she, because he likes to debate and argue and be a just be a butthole. Just be a butthole. And it was like her birthday, and he like really ruined it by the end of it, and she left like really mad. And almost every fight or something, yeah, it was so stupid. It was because he wanted to like rile her up a little bit and start a debate. I swear, I think he like just likes pissing people off. So that was upsetting, and it was like her birthday. I don't know why are you getting me to talk about these things? These things. I need to cut this. Cut out here. But yeah, I played D&D with him and her husband, and I don't understand the rules at all. That's another reason why I don't understand the rules at all. So that kind of puts a hindrance on playing it. Is she? I don't know. You tell me. I'm gonna cut here. Okay. Put this here. Put this. I think that's like, yeah, it's like 50-50. Okay, so this should fit. And we're gonna slice this in half. So this is transfer tape, and it lets me transfer vinyl onto whatever I want. Okay. Alright, put this mat away. Okay, can you see this? Oh, you can kind of see it. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Okay. Too many things. Too many things. I guess you play D&D then. Okay, you can see it. Cool. I guess you play D&D since you asked if I play D&D. Is that correct? How long have you been playing D&D for? Okay, peel this sticker off. And it will mostly stay. Do you play Magic? Not anymore, but I like to see other people playing. Ah, I see, I see. I do feel like there is surprisingly a big niche for, like, people watching people play. D&D specifically. Like, I feel like I know of a couple channels that do that. Okay, no. Okay, peel that up. I play, well, my cousin was still in the country since he went. I haven't played. I feel like it's all a matter of who you play with, if you like the people that you're playing with. Unfortunately, I didn't. Even the second time, I was kind of like, the first time I played, like, in school, and I was kind of like, I don't know, people were okay, but I had no idea what was going on at all. I think I always thought D&D was more card related than more just like dice. I mean, I knew there was dice, but I thought it had cards in it too. Not really. The biggest channel on Twitch is called Critical Role. It's a bunch of nerds playing D&D. I honestly, as of right now, most of the stuff I consume is just a channel. You've probably heard of Smosh. I feel like it's pretty big on YouTube. And I know they do D&D stuff. And they also invited, like, another channel that exclusively does D&D. So, I don't know. That's 2 channels that I'm aware of, technically. Do you play Magic? I feel like I would like playing Magic more than D&D. Like a card game. Give me a card game. Okay, pulling these stickies off. Holy cow. Vinyl is useful, except for this part when stickies don't want to stay stuck down. I played. My parents introduced me to that Droog. That's really interesting. Are your parents nerds? Do they like a bunch of nerdy stuff? That's kind of cool. I feel like our dad was nerdy in the day a little bit, but now he's just like, I like cars. I'm a car guy. Cars. And that's really it. That's what he do. Okay, this little dot, you need to stay. Okay, there we go. But since it's an expensive card game, I change it for other cards. Other cards like what? Do you play other card games? Play some Yu-Gi-Oh? My sister's got a buttload of cards. She was like collecting cards. I think even sometimes now she still like will buy cards. Not that I think she plays at all. Yeah, she definitely don't be playing. Okay, peeling this. Alright. Ooh, it actually came out pretty well. Let's go! A Latin American card game called Midas and Legends of Mitos y Leyendas in Spanish. What's Myths? Myths and Legends! Okay, got you. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. I'm about to start reading a book that's all about, like, gods and myths and doing stuff. Ugh, but I'm waiting for the book. That's a lie, I'm waiting for the audiobook. It's the best card game ever, better than Pokemon. Wow! Ho ho ho! I guess we gotta get on that. Have you told my siblings about that? I'd play a card game. I like card games, but I feel like anytime we have family time at home, my brother goes into his hole to play video games and my sister goes to sleep, so we used to, like, every holiday, like, play games, like, us and the cousins and stuff. And now my brother goes in his hole, and my sister just falls asleep on the couch, and now we don't play any games. But we used to play a lot of, like, card strategy games and things like that. It's not as popular as other cards, so they don't have— Aww! That's rough then, because none of us speak Spanish, despite being Spanish. Nobody knows Spanish. That's it. Can this please stay? Stay down! Stupid eye. Okay. Alright, that's one. Pain. Okay, I'm just gonna clip this. How you know this? I don't know. Our parents are doodle bops. They were just like, no, not gonna teach you language. You're gonna know English, and that's it. I don't know. They just didn't teach us anything. Wait, is this all fucked up? No, it's pretty good. Our dad, 100% bilingual. 100%. Like, so good. It's got all the language pizzazz. Our mom, well, so our dad could have taught us Spanish, no doubt. Our mom, she is, like, not completely fluent in Chinese, so that's why she didn't teach us. She went to Chinese school when she was younger, but she doesn't really have anyone to speak it with, so she, like, fully, never practiced. And she didn't send us to Chinese school, probably because it would have been, like, a 45-minute drive every Saturday, and it's hard to wrangle 3 kids. At least your dad teach you guys how to make a good asado, right? Not my brother. He do that. He taught me how to make chimichurri. My brother is the grill master. To be fully honest, my dad burns meat. Yeah, he didn't get that talent in him. My dad burns meat. Our grandfather's really good at making asado and everything, so I feel like he taught my brother how to grill. That's why my brother's good at grilling. Yeah. I feel like we don't eat too many Spanish dishes. Like, okay, an arroz con pollo, my grandma, we go every time we go visit my grandma. I've been visiting her a few times a year. We'll make empanadas. She's been making, do you know alfajores? She's been making those a lot this year. Holy shit. Those things are so good. I have never had them in my life until now. And it is so good. It's because your father's Argentinian, right? Or is he Spaniard? I always forget. You know what? You're asking the real questions. I don't have the answer for you. I don't know. Dulce de leche is something of milk. Sweet milk. You mean, oh, you spell it differently. That's why. Dulce de leche. Yeah, she uses that stuff. Sandwiches, like good. So our dad was born and raised in Argentina. His mom was born and raised in Argentina. But our grandfather was technically born and mostly raised in Spain. And I'm pretty sure our grandparents, my great-grandparents, I believe, were all from Spain. So I technically Spaniard, but, like, everybody pretty much grew up in Argentina, so what does that mean? I have no idea. I don't know what the term is for that. Like, genetically Spain Spanish, but culturally Argentinian Spanish? I don't know. I feel like I've talked to this with my siblings and nobody knows. So your father is Argentinian, noted. Yeah, take that. I think that makes sense. And all of our family right now is in Argentina. They're not in Spain. So, Argentinian. It works. Yeah, but the national... Yes, that is true. That must be it. That must be it. Okay, skipping this. Hooray! Now we have letters. Okay. Coming down the home stretch. Almost done. Actually need to cut this a little bit more. And then wait, so what time is it by you? You're like 2 hours ahead, is that right? So you guys have multiple nationalities or just US? No. Like, as in passport green card? Yeah, only US. We have never been to Argentina. We have never been to Spain. We have never been to China or Hong Kong. We just are here. We just exist here. That's it. Yeah. I feel like our family doesn't travel that much either. We've only had one international trip as a family of 5. And we went to Italy right before COVID. Here it's okay. And are you always on the night shift? Is that how that works? Is that why you working all the time? Things are stuck to my hands right now. Not good. Not good. Okay. Sick. I'm gonna cut this. Oh, no, I gotta get the letters out. No, it's rotative. One weeknight, 1 afternoon, and 1 morning. So whoa. That's kind of crazy to have such a pivotal... I mean, look, the day and the afternoon aren't a big deal, but, like, once a week nights, even once a week, that'll mess up, like, your sleep schedule. Shit. Wait, what do you do? What do you do that you are night shift? What does one do when they work at night? Mary... Wrist. Take this out. I think I'm just gonna make this sticker and be done. And that'll pretty much be done. I work in a food factory. I'm the industrial mechanic here. Whoa! Oh yeah, you're studying mechanical engineering? Is that right? Mechanical? You're studying the same thing my brother did, right? Yes, okay, gotcha. Oh, so you fix the things when they go kaboom, is that it? Is that what you do? Wow. Oh no. This is wrong. Oh. Exactly. Gotcha. I think my uncle used to do that, but he used to work in the post office, and things didn't really break a lot. So he kind of just sat on his butt forever and would fix things maybe once a month, and yeah, he did that for like 40 years. My uncle. Both of my uncles actually worked in the postal service. Okay. Yay! Yeah, try to stop that, kaboom. Yeah, sometimes they go kaboom and we need to repair them. Do you like mechanical engineering? What made you want to do it? I always wonder. When I was in school taking physics and all that stuff, I actually wanted to be a physicist. Because I wanted to be an astrophysicist. But then I took college physics and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Good question. Why do you want to do this? Well, I cut this stickers. Cut. Okay. This is pretty much... Cut. E. Okay, I think 11 p.m. I will officially call it quits. What can I do in the meantime? In the next few minutes. I need to stick stickers. Okay. Stick stickers. How do I want to stick these stickers? Will this fit like this? this? It will. Perfect. So I can make it nice and even on the line. Okay, at first I was like, I want to grow as a professional, so what can I study to add to my existing career? And it was electric engineering or mechanical. Oh, so you went with electric over... I mean, Wait. What is your existing career? Is telecommunications? Is that correct? Or am I just making shit up? I went for mechanical. Oh, that's nice. It is so hard to find what you love, so I'm happy that you found what you love. Oh, wait. Should I do like this? No. Yes. No. No. Yes. No. I'm gonna use tape. Use a little bit of tape so this thing doesn't go everywhere. Okay. Do you just like solving problems? I feel like that's my brother. He's always just like, I love solving things. I'm an engineer. Literally, when he was in school, and he would always just be like, I'm an engineer, and we're all just like, you haven't even graduated yet. Don't even have any type of license. He's just like, but I am an engineer. We're like, but you're not. I study industrial and mechanical, little mechanical, electrician, and electronics. My friend was, I think she did, electrical engineering. Isn't electrical engineering like the hardest one? Something like that. I guess it might be a perspective based. Is this straight? Yes. There we go. Cash money. Yes. Classic Flame Bushido. Yeah. He was so hyped. Anytime he solved any problem. Didn't matter what the problem was. It could literally be when the hairdryer doesn't work because you pulled the plug too much, just recoiling something. He'd be like, I'm an engineer. That's why I know how to fix this. And I'm like, I think that's just common sense, though. I don't think it's that much engineer. It's just common sense. But he was very excited. And then he didn't do anything for like 2 years. And then he went back to being an engineer. Come off of the thing, please. Okay. Done! Oh, it's done. Okay, it's fine. Alright. One sticker done. Time to do sticker number 2. I'm so tired. That's just functional normally. My brother? Normal? No chance. No chance. Okay. Last sticker. Okie dokie. Yes. You like to do handcrafts? You look super good with your hands. Thank you. I do. I like to do this shirt. I like to crochet. Honestly, I'll do anything. Ooh, I really like pottery. My grandmother, I don't know if anyone's mentioned it, but my grandmother is a fucking artist. She's like 87, but she literally like went to school for art, and she can't do it anymore because she's too old, but amazing ceramicist. So I also really like ceramics. We used to grow up going to her little ceramic, not her ceramic studio, but like the local ceramic studio that she like would always make stuff at. I like any like arts and crafts and stuff. I like doing stuff like this. I feel like I have good hand coordination, as in like I can cut a straight line, like stuff like that. I'm very good at seeing the fine differences and unevenness and stuff like that. That's just it's a family thing, cause your bro also likes to make handcrafts. Yes, well my brother likes to do woodworking and spray paint art. He's really good at woodworking. Have you guys ever seen any of the things he's made before? Like, really good. And he was making like keyblades in high school, like out of wood. He would go to Home Depot, buy wood. He would sit there, saw everything out. He would use the sanding machine. He would use the Dremels to fine tune everything and just fully carve keyblades. They're really good. Yeah, he was showing me some of his. Yeah, they're so good. Damn, ceramics are so expensive. Have you seen those pics of ceramics with gold? Oh, kind of like the Japanese ones? Wait, do you mean the ones that are like like the Japanese thing where like an item breaks, you fix it with gold, or do you mean ceramics that are actually pre-incorporated with gold? Oh, yes, yes to wait, yes, yes to what? Now I'm confused. Yeah, show me some of his woodcraft. Yes, this. No, the Japanese fix. Yeah, I've seen those. Those are nice. Yeah. Our grandmother would, well, she obviously made like a lot of nice like household ones like bowls, vases, but then she would make really large ones. Like she made this one vase, I don't know what you want to call it. It was really cool. It was like if this was like it was like this and then it was like ooh, I don't know if that means anything to you, but she made this really beautiful thing and it had a floral it had like a floral design on it too. And then my grandfather is very handy. So my grandfather, my father, and my brother. Yeah, you get it. You know the shape I'm talking about. But my grandfather, my father, and my brother, all very like hands-on guys. My grandfather passed away last year, but he made this thing in my grandparents' house. It was like in the corner of one of the rooms. So like if this is the corner of the room, he made this triangular display case that fits right in the corner, and it was really pretty. It had like an arch on it. It had like two levels for my grandmother to literally just display her ceramics and her art on. And he even put in like this little light all the way at the top and like underneath each level so it could like the lights would glow on the ceramic pieces. Like my grandfather was amazing. He really was just so hands-on, could make anything. And I think that's where my dad gets a lot of his like mechanical know-how from, and also my brother, why he's good with that stuff too. When you make your own things, you feel so realizated. Realizated? Realized? Realizated. Maybe it's at that point in the night where I don't know words. I can't decipher your words anymore. I did English. I feel related to them when I make art. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. I think I feel very related to my grandmother when I make art. I made her one of these cards last year. She really likes it. I made her another. She loves roses, and I made her a floral rose piece, and she hung it up. And she's like, I think she likes that so it's the three of us, the three of us, six, the three of us, and then the other side of the Spanish family, we have two cousins, but those two are not, they don't really do any artistic things, but I do things, obviously my brother does stuff, and my sister does stuff, but she's more low-key, she mostly does, like, drawing, but I think my grandma really likes that, like, especially me and my brother do art. Are one of your cousins single? I don't think she's interested in dating. Can't help you there. I don't think she is. And the other one is married with a couple babies. So that's a no. That's a no. Yeah, but those two aren't really artistic. I feel like me and my brother and her sister are very artistic, and I think my grandmother really likes that. So, she hung up one of my things in her house, and she hung up one of my brother's things too. If my sister were to make her something, I'm sure she'd also hang it up. But, I don't know. Sister Tina doesn't really do much. She mostly just draws. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm running out of oxygen again. Vespi says it's because I had a lung infection. Chest infection? Chest infection. Yeah. So, your sis is the black sheep? Noted. I don't think so. I think I'm the black sheep. But she doesn't produce physical art. She produces more digital art. I think that's the difference, but it is what it is. I think I'm the black sheep because they play video games and I don't. So, you had a brother. I am the weakest. It's not good. Dude, pre-quitting my job earlier this year, my job was in sales, and all I would do is call people and literally talk to them for hours. Like, talk for hours. And now, like, oh, I have no lung capacity. My sister says it's because I had a chest infection earlier this year, and she's like, maybe you just still have scarring and damage. And I'm like, great, I'm gonna be scarred forever and can never breathe. But I don't know. Hopefully this stuff goes away and I can breathe one day. Wait, what am I doing this? Right? I'm putting some stuff back. I am tired. Yeah, you need to heal. The lungs take time. I guess so. I don't even know, mans. I don't even know. She told me to start doing cardio. She's like, go ride the bike. I'm like, I don't want to ride the bike. Meanwhile, my brother's over here running fucking miles and shit. I can't run for my life. Wait, why is this over here? Oh, it's because it's garbage. That's why. Garbage. Garbage. Garbage, yo. So how long is your night shift for? I do this next time. This over here. Bold of her to tell you to cardio when she's Well, I mean, it is at least easier for me to do cardio because I work part-time kind of as like a project manager right now, and she works full-time, so she has more room to be tired AF than I do, at least. 0 to 7.3. Oh no. Oh no, many hours. Many hours. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Put this away. These are some other things I made, but they're going away now. Going on the shelf. Oh my goodness. Not much. It's only some. I guess, but what happens? Are you allowed to nap? Are you allowed to nap on the job? Is that allowed? Or no? You're allowed to nap. Low key. Put your head down. Maybe it's not too bad. Ah! Okay. What else do I have to do? Okay. I can always take a nap. The thing is that I have to be there if they call me, so yeah. I mean, if they call you, then it's like an alarm at least, right? So then you can just answer that. That's not too bad. Maybe you'll protest. Wait, oh, what time did you say it is? Click this. Oh, I can't scroll on this? What? No way. What? Oh, I control minus make small. What? Oh well. Oh yeah, good. Oh well. Mostly time study. I guess it's a good time to study if you have downtime. Yeah. That's what I would always tell my brother, because, like, he would be at his engineering job and wouldn't really be doing much. He's just like, I'm not doing anything because they're not giving me work. And I'm like, why don't you study? He's like, yeah, I study sometimes. But I'm also like, I know you also be far and all. With your doodles that you be posting in the Discord. I know, you're not always studying. Goddamn. Okay. I think I'm done, though. I need to replenish my oxygen. I need to fold all the laundry on my bed. There's like 4 loads of laundry, and I'm not one of those people that will sleep on my bed with laundry. I don't need to replenish my glue intake. I don't need glue. But I do need to probably just lay down and breathe for a while. Okay, I will see you later, Alfonso. Fuck, I really want to plug my Instagram with all the cute little things I'm making, but I have to clear a bunch of shit out and change my account name. So I won't be doing that today, unfortunately. It was fun too. Thanks for joining and chatting. I hope your shift goes well. I hope you get to nap. I hope you get enough glue and oxygen. And I will see you next time. I don't know the next time I'm doing a craft stream. Maybe Monday? Maybe Monday. Yeah, you get some rest too. Find some time to rest. But thank you for everyone who's watching. You can follow me. My tag is ShimomoVT on Twitch, on YouTube. And by the next stream, I will have my other links up if you want to check out my Instagram. I also now have a Twitter. which I will probably start posting. If one person follows me, then I'll start posting some bullshit. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining, and I hope you like the little stars and shit I made.